Wow, Bonnie, that was so nice. I just felt like maybe we should just stop there and just enjoy that for the rest of the day. I'll certainly keep it in mind when I'm walking in the woods today. It'll give me a whole new experience. So thank you so much. Today, my talk is going to be March, bringing in the winds of change. March was the month we would bring out kites and watch them soar to new heights. With global warming, it seems like the winds are often here, like today. The winds can clear out the winter doldrums of our thoughts and actions and prepare us to rise to new heights in the spring. We can bring forth new thoughts, ideas, and ways of being to enrich our lives. See your mind as an ocean filled with hidden waves and sea monsters. The ocean might be calm at times, but at other times you can get caught in a storm. Learn to calm the waves and master the monsters without allowing yourself to be carried away or caught by them. With deep looking, the mind ceases to be carried away and you dwell in freedom, no longer caught by fear. I was staying in a Bay Area hotel one time while I was in some meetings, and I went to the front desk and asked where a good place to walk was. The woman said, "Don't go out there. There's nothing out there but the wind." Uh, that just really stuck with me because I love the wind. That led me to realize how some people are afraid of the wind and the changes it can bring. Change is something that happens to us constantly. We have no choice in this. It is life here in this body and life here on earth. Every moment, cells in our body are dying and new cells are forming. If there were no change, we would never be born, a baby, a toddler, a child, a teen, an adult, and the person we are today. Change also allows us not to get stuck in negative thoughts and experiences because we are so much more than what is happening in the moment. We can use all of our thoughts and experiences to pull ourselves out of our temporary thoughts of negativity. Why not work with it and embrace it? We have many tools available to us to do this, but to use them, you first have to be in control of your own mind. There is the concept of the watcher that many of you have probably heard. The watcher is a consciousness that is observing all your thoughts, feelings, and actions neutrally. You are not just your mind, you are the silent observer, observing all things happening around you. The act of watching has an amazing ability to diffuse the bombs in us and to dispel negative thoughts and emotions. It doesn't work to just decide not to think of a negative thought and think it will go away. Your mind needs to turn away from them and replace them with something healthier. When my daughter was young, we used to play the wildebeest game. I would say you can think about anything you want, but just don't think about wildebeests. Then after a few minutes, I would ask her what she was thinking about, and she said, "Wildebeests are all that I can think about." So it doesn't really work to decide not to think about something. It's better to replace it with a healthier thought. Science of Mind gives us the tools to change our thinking. Those are the tools I use all the time to keep my thoughts and mind healthy. You can learn to immediately replace a negative thought with something more life affirming so you do not spiral down by attaching to the negative thought. That has proven to be a thought changer that is of great benefit. Could everybody please mute? I'm hearing someone, I think, sucking on a straw. If you could all please mute, thank you. There are other variations on this I see on the internet. In Buddhism, we are taught to water the healthy seeds in our stored consciousness and to let seeds of anger, envy, etc. stay in the storehouse in us and to not water them with more of the same. This will cause the negative seeds to lose their power over us and shrivel up like a plant that is not watered. We also have heard many times the story of the two fighting wolves. Which one do you feed? We have Will's wonderful talks about to rise our spiritual energy to higher and higher energy levels of happiness. And we have his Thursday night meditations to focus and balance us. And last week, Kathy gave a wonderful talk on focusing our thoughts on the positive. So as you can see, these ideas are out there for us to use. Our job is to actually use them. When our minds are clear and healthy, we are better able to access the spirit within us to work with affirmations, affirmative prayer. Otherwise, they will be less effective. Could you all please mute? Feelings are also manageable. Be the watcher. Imagine there's a river of feelings within us, and every drop of water in that river is a feeling. Observe your feelings by sitting on the bank of the river and identify each feeling as it flows by. They may be pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. One feeling lasts for a little while and then another appears. Recognize it. Look deeply into it and embrace it with all your heart. If we continue to look deeply, we discover the true nature of that feeling, and we are no longer afraid, even of a painful feeling. We know that we are more than our feelings, and we are able to embrace each feeling and take good care of it. We learn not to identify ourselves with our feelings, not to consider them as a self, not to seek refuge in them, not to die because of them. Perceptions are also manageable. Be the watcher. In us, there is a river of perceptions. Perceptions rise, stay for a while, then cease to be. Perceptions include noticing, naming, and contextualizing, as well as the perceiver and the perceived. When we perceive, we often distort, which brings painful feelings. Our perceptions are often erroneous and we suffer. Look deeply without being too sure of them. When we are too sure of an erroneous thought, we suffer. When the perceiver perceives wrongly, the things we perceive are also incorrect. Forgiveness is also very important. An authentically powered person is one who forgives. Forgiveness is not a moral issue. It is an energetic dynamic. Forgiveness means you do not carry the baggage of an experience. When you choose not to forgive, the experience sticks with you. It's like wearing dark glasses that distort everything, or taking poison and expecting the other person to die. Forgiveness means you do not hold others responsible for your experiences. When you hold someone else responsible for what you are feeling, you lose your power. When you forgive, you release critical judgment of yourself as well as the other. You lose your power. Forgiveness never makes a wrong act right, nor does it condone or excuse the wrong act. Forgiveness defines who you are. It does not define the other's wrong actions as being right. In the Course of Miracles, it says, what do you want that forgiveness cannot give? Do you want peace? Do you want happiness, a quiet mind, a certainty of purpose, a sense of worth and beauty? All this and more forgiveness brings to you. Gratitude is a powerful force in our lives. It opens us up to the joy that is our true nature. If the only prayer you ever say in your life is thank you, that would be enough. It is so easy to say in your daily life. Start looking for the goodness that is all around you. Our problems, challenges, and limitations are tiny, insignificant matters compared with the immense power we have to overcome them. We are powerful beings. All of our power is generated from within. It rises up to meet whatever challenges it is faced with. This power is a spiritual power that comes from the center of our being, and it is limitless. All of these ideas are not new to us. What we need to do is to choose to really use them every moment of our lives, not just think that they are nice ideas that we do not truly embrace. As you look back on the year completed, what name would you give your journey thus far? How would you describe it? Who were your helpers along the way? What was most satisfying about the past year? As the winds of change move through you, what name would you like your New Year's journey to have? What gifts do you bring with you to start this new year? Do you feel any resistance to them within you? What is your greatest need for the coming year? Most importantly, am I really committed to learn and to grow? Thank you.